Today's horoscope, Scorpio April 8, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. While Mercury has been retrograde, blocks in communication, mechanical breakdowns, or misunderstandings may have been more prevalent. Treating slowdowns as the chance to catch your breath and refine your goals is usually the better bet during these cycles. Mercury is ending its retrograde cycle today, and over the coming days and weeks, you might find that you're returning to previous conversations that were confusing or getting nowhere, now with increased clarity. It's time to approach problems from a new angle. Recent plans may not seem as important, but the plans that truly count begin to move forward. New information or a different perspective can emerge, helping bring clarity to some matters, particularly related to your work, health, creative projects, and romantic issues. Right now, letting go of a need for reliable answers can help you navigate the day's tricky points. Stormy energy could present itself today, but you can persevere with grace. However, be aware that today could be one of the most challenging energies in 2025. Sweet Venus, our goddess of love, will dance into the arms of icy Saturn in your solar house of passion and true love. As they unite in an exact conjunction, you may feel as if you're heartbroken for no reason. If rocky news around romance, dating, children, or fertility pops up, do your best to lead with forgiveness and compassion. It's best to hide out now rather than stirring the pot. Better days will lie ahead. Trust in your lover, decide it's time to move on. This feeling will not last forever. The past few weeks might have taken the wind out of your sails. During this time, Mercury retrograde has impacted your schedule, routine, and habits. You may have felt unsure of what to do or unclear about what would happen next. Since change was a constant, it could have left you feeling uninspired and unmotivated to work on your passion projects. Although this has been a tough time, you should begin to feel better after Mercury stations direct in Pisces. Make an effort to get back into the swing of things. Satisfying your natural urges is just what the doctor ordered this week. That's right, you are in charge of this. Try to focus on what you really want and then on giving it to yourself. Whether it's a walk by the beach to think over personal matters or a frank chat with your boss, there are certain things that only you can provide. You sometimes sink into the habit of thinking that what you want most deeply is something or some emotion only others can give you. Wake up from this coma and begin nurturing yourself. It can be easy to come across as aloof on this day. Chances are you're anything but this, however, people might think otherwise when you're preoccupied with your work. Many spend time engrossed in thought and planning, to the point where they can seem completely out of touch with the rest of the world. By taking the time to let others know that you are just thinking or planning, you can dispel the image of being aloof. Today's stars might be sending mixed messages, but a week after Neptune turned to your work sector, this is now the new normal. On the one hand, as a friendly aspect between Venus and Mars peaks, this is just part of a powering up of the playful, creative, and adventurous side of life's fence that will continue. At the same time, a week after Neptune returned to your work sector, he not only moves into a friendly aspect to the asteroid Juno in your income sector, but just as the moon is making his last visit to your career sector before Mars returns. Just 8 days after retrograding back into your romantic sector, Mercury turns direct today. Mercury will keep working to give your heart a voice and to put heart and mind on the same page, but with less focus on the past. With Venus, the planet of love, who also retrograde back in late last month, not turning direct for another 6 days, she will continue to hold the doors open to the past and second chances. Daily Planetary Overview. Can you handle it? That question isn't meant to intimidate, it's an invitation. An invitation to look within and ask yourself whether you're truly aligned with what you're chasing. As Venus retrograde meets Saturn in dreamy, deeply emotional Pisces, this isn't a time for surface-level decisions. There's weight in the air, the kind that asks for honesty. The kind that asks you to pause, breathe, and ask, is this really what I want? It's okay to admit when something doesn't feel quite right. Even if you've already committed. Even if you've been walking this path for a while. Just because you can see something through doesn't mean you should. If you're chasing a goal that no longer inspires you or holding on to a plan that no longer fits who you are now, consider this your gentle cosmic permission to stop, recalibrate, and pivot. That doesn't mean giving up. It means being real with yourself. It means choosing not to waste time on things that drain your spirit. The clarity you're looking for isn't far away. Mercury is stationing direct in Pisces tonight, casting a soft but steady light on your thoughts. The mental fog begins to lift. And with it comes a new kind of confidence. Not the loud, flashy kind, but something quieter, deeper. A sense that yes, you do know where you're going now even if the steps feel cautious or uncertain. You're not rushing anymore. You're moving with purpose. And that's powerful. Think of it like this. Imagine walking a familiar road, one you've traveled 100 times before. But this time, you stop. You look around. You notice a path just off to the side, a little overgrown, a little uncertain, but something about it pulls at you. That's the new direction calling. You don't have to abandon everything or burn bridges. Keep the friendships, the memories, the lessons. But let go of the habits, patterns, and relationships that are no longer nourishing you. This is a transitional phase. A threshold. And yes, sometimes that means you'll feel torn. You might notice tension rising in your closest relationships, maybe with your partner, or family, or someone who knows you deeply. Don't panic. That friction isn't necessarily a sign that something's broken. Sometimes, it's just the pressure of two people evolving at different paces. Give each other space. Breathe. Focus on your own center. And when you return to each other, it might be with clearer minds, softer hearts, and a better understanding of what really matters. As you move forward with your plans, because you are moving forward, know that things may take longer than you expect. And that's okay. This isn't a race. This is about building something real. Something that reflects who you're becoming, not just who you've been. Focus. Be patient with the process. There will be setbacks, but don't let temporary disappointment stop you. Even when doors close, others quietly begin to open. Keep your eyes and your heart open for those quiet shifts. If you're struggling to make a decision, that's normal. Doubt is part of growth. Eventually, the pieces will come together. The fog will lift. You'll see the road clearly again, and not just for yourself, but in a way that helps others too. You'll find compromise, common ground, the win-win. But in this emotionally charged atmosphere, be mindful. Emotions might run high. Tempers might flare. You might catch yourself in the middle of an argument that started over nothing. Try not to let the moment carry you away. Step back. Let the feelings rise and pass through. Don't act out of anger, especially not toward the people who care about you most. You're human. They are too. And about those big promises or shiny financial opportunities that seem too good to be true, you know where this is going. If something feels off, trust that instinct. You might not have all the information. A well-timed pause can save you from a mistake. Let the dust settle before you decide. Take care of your body. There's a lot happening in your mind and in your heart, and your physical energy might be dipping. Don't ignore it. Your nerves are whispering what your soul already knows. You need rest. Not laziness, but real rest. Quality sleep. Gentle movement. Time with yourself that's not filled with screens and distractions. When you finally do slow down, you'll realize how much your body was asking for it. And in that stillness, you'll find peace. Deep, grounding peace. Today isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about knowing when to let go and when to hold on. It's about trusting that you're not lost, even when you're in between chapters. You've come a long way. And even if the path ahead looks unfamiliar, you're not walking it alone. Others are navigating their own quiet revolutions. So share your story. Have you recently changed course? Are you letting go of something that no longer fits? What's one step you're taking toward what truly matters? Your voice could be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Keep going. You're doing better than you think.